like in bikinis serving me food, I need to constantly be getting it. Because if I'm not getting it, then they can't be here. They don't respect me.
This debate was like the ghost of Christmas Future talking to Ebenezer Scrooge. 9 to 10 years now can play a huge role in the mentality of generations. What up, YouTube family and folks? This is Kevin's Perspective, the perspective that keeps on giving, back to give another one. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. You see the title. So I came across this debate. It was pretty interesting to me. But it was a young man versus older man type of dynamic. And they were going back and forth about different topics, but there was one topic that was pretty interesting to me. It was about how your priorities change as you get older. Let's get into it. Oh, disclaimer, excuse the language. It was a lot of testosterone flying in this video. Roll it.
As you get older, and this is true for most people, and you're going to go through it yourself, you're going to have a better view of yourself. Almost like you're seeing yourself in the third person. You know how you play video games first person shooting all the time? Playing a third person shooter is completely different because now you got your whole body in frame. You see what it looks like when you crouch. I think as human beings, we gain more of that perspective as we get older in life if we're reflective enough. And what I used to believe at 21, I no longer believe now at 32, just because life's experiences and my own reflections realize like that's not true at all.
Maybe it's because you become more sedentary as you've gotten older. Like maybe it's because it's like you become less of that aggressive man that you were at 21. Like right now, I'm all about my testosterone balls, manosphere shit. And then maybe you're just 32 and you're like, man, let me settle down.
You like fucking, Sneako?
We all do, yeah.
You like fucking you, pussy?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that shit gets old.
Nah.
100%.
Nah.
Yo, my man's face is like, nah, ain't no way. That's unbelievable. There's no way possible that's gonna happen. But truth be told, it will. Abba is completely right in that. It gets old. Chasing women gets old. Talking to many different women gets old. After a certain point, things just seem the same. I think young guys look at the social media and the hip hop media and assume that that's the majority of men, when in actuality, it's just the majority of what's promoted. It's not the majority of men. And honestly, those guys are tired too. After a while, things you did in your 20s gets old, and you get into this realization that the only reason you even chasing new vaginas is because you feel you have to, not because you really want to. After a certain point, you start to realize there's nobody for you to try to keep up with. You are the standard, not other people. I was about to talk about time, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm gonna let this video play.
We'll have videos of them telling you, new pussy gets old. In fact, how about I tell you this one? And this is something even Andrew Tate says. This is something even Andrew Tate says. All right? Sex becomes overrated after time.
No, it's overrated now.
Yeah, he says new pussy. He's like, pfft. Why do you think that is?
Because you get used to it. It becomes like when you eat the same food over and over again, it becomes boring. That's why you get new. That's why you get new pussies. So you spice it up. Or you keep upgrading.
But guess what? After you've had enough new pussy, there is no more new pussy.
There's always,
do you understand?
There's always new
no,
pussy.
You think that. After you've had a few dimes, you realize dimes ain't nothing. After you've had some baddies, you realize baddies ain't nothing.
So what do you
why do you think so many of these dudes, as they get older in life, they stop talking about this shit nearly as much?
Because they get older and they're less testosterone.
It's not even that. It's you realize like, bruv, the payout ain't worth the work in.
Because you get tired. You get older, you don't have as much energy. You get, bleh.
It's like even if you had the energy, because it's not worth the time.
And that is the point. Once you get older, you start to value your time and energy more. You start to think about not wasting your time. You start to realize that a lot of people, even the women that you deal with, don't mind wasting your time just so they can feel like a priority. Yes, money is an important asset, but time is the most important asset. A lot of men's testosterone does decrease as they get older, but that also gives them a shift in their priorities. Time doesn't stop just because I'm not having sex. So while I'm not having sex, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with this extra time that I'm not spending on women or just people in general? As you get older, you start to learn how to compartmentalize your energy so you can be more efficient. Just because I have energy don't mean I have to waste it. And as a man, people depend on you more, so you have to be wiser with your time and your energy. You become much more conscious of it. People wonder why LeBron performs at such a high level even at an older age in the NBA. It's because he learned how to allocate his energy. That's the difference between the rookie and the veteran. But this is pretty good. Let's get back into it.
I spend time with my nieces now. I spend time with my mom, taking her out to dinner, showing her good stuff. And I realize like that's the stuff that matters for me. I've had pussy. I've had enough of it for a lifetime that I'm like, bro, if I get new one, it's not even. But when I spend time with my niece and I'm watching her like walk for the first time, or I'm seeing her say words, like that shit hits different.
So you giving up on your balls?
It's not even that. It's like, I've had experiences where the pussy was just like in front of me on a platter, and I'm like, bro, I just want to sleep early today.
Yeah, you're getting tired. You're getting older. Like that's just like I'm too tired to fuck.
But it's not even that you're too tired. It's just not on your top priority. You have something else in mind that you want to exert your energy into. It might be a goal or a dream, or you might want to get rested to get up in the morning because you got something you need to do, or it's not that you're too tired to do it. It's just that something else has more of a benefit at that moment that you want to focus on. And it might depend on the type of woman you with too, but that's a different topic, because if you with a woman that's lazy in bed, then you already know you're going to do 99% of the work, and you might not be in the mood for that. But that's a separate topic that nobody wants to talk about. Let's get back to it.
But if I was faced with the same choice, if I was to see family or things like that, I wouldn't make that same decision. What I'm trying to tell you is your priorities shift as you get older. As you start to
Is your priorities shifting, or is your testosterone just dropping?
No. As a man, your testosterone doesn't drop until like you're 40.
Tate's older than you, and he's still on like get pussy shit. I mean, he's talking about how it gets boring.
He's not. Yeah, he talks about how it gets boring and how he's barely on it nearly as much anymore.
But every video you watch is like, I wake up and I push 2 bitches out of the way. Are you waking up and pushing 2 bitches out of the way?
Bro. You know that he's saying a lot of that shit for shits and giggles. Okay.
Yeah,
No. Listen. If you're making money and you're making moves, you ain't got time to be with hoes all day.
Not
and I'll tell you this right.
Most of the day.
Most of the day.
Get out of my bed. I got shit to do.
If you're making money and you're really making money, you ain't got time to be with hoes most of the day. And you don't want to, because you realize that making money and being able to take care of your shit is far more rewarding. Again, you a young man. What are you, 24, 23?
23.
I ain't mad at you. Be about that. Get as much pussy, go do whatever you gotta do. I'm just telling you that when you see people speak differently, it's not because, they're turning into beta males, or, they want to be feminists all of a sudden. This life gives you experience. And as a result, it shapes a lot of the way that you think about stuff. Ask any motherfucker who got kids and talk to them about it, and they say, that's the best thing in my life. That's the most important.
And then your wife leaves you and takes half your money, takes your house, takes your dog.
That's a separate issue. That's a separate issue.
That's not a separate issue. Half of marriages end that way. Over half of marriages ended that. Like, yeah, you have the kids and everything.
I'm talking about divorced dads who have kids and tell you, I would never give up a day with my kid to go be with a hoe. He says, they will tell you, I always prioritize my children. It's not because they became beta simps. It's because they understand what's more important in life. What I'm trying to get to you as a point is life experiences, things that come to you, be it children, be it family, be it whatever the fuck it is. It changes the way that you view priorities in life. And so every time you hear people speak from a different perspective, it's not they're betas or whatever. It's just that life has just changed them through experience. That
sounds boring. I don't want to be, when I'm 32, I want to be fucking double the bitches I'm fucking now. I want to be having a bigger house, I want to be down the Hugh Hefner shit.
But here's the thing about Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner was a brand. He wasn't just a man with women. He made money off of those women. He had a business off of those women. He didn't spend money just to have women around him. He paid employees to work for his business. And the only reason he even got women is because they served a purpose towards his brand. Those women weren't just hoes. They were tax write-offs. A lot of these guys nowadays just spend money just to have hoes.
That's what makes you excited. That's what keeps your balls going. Like, you can't let go of that. You can't let go of your manhood at a certain age. If you give up on that, like, I like playing macaroni drawings with my kids.
You know what you sound like? You sound like a lot of the young women I know who say they just want to travel for the rest of their life and live on the beach. And then they get to 30, 35, and you know what they realize? Damn, I want a husband. I want to have kids.
No, I want to have kids too. But also want 10 bitches in the kitchen.
Okay. And you know what? Once they have those, they realize, this is the shit. I don't need to be out here in Cancun taking fucking selfies all day. Listen, it sounds great to be fucking many
No,
women.
no.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Almost every guy.
That's not a valuable comparison. That's not a good comparison, because a woman saying she wants to travel and drink martinis and Mykonos all day, that's giving up, and that's not doing anything. For me to have 10 bitches in the crib, like in bikinis serving me food, I need to constantly be getting it, because if I'm not getting it, then they can't be here. They don't respect me. So constantly having women in my life is to motivate me more to be the best man I could be. The more bitches I got, the better bitches that are here, the more I'm going to keep on going. Women motivate you.
Yes, women do motivate you. That is a fact. And men motivate women. The problem is they shouldn't be your motivation. Nothing is more beta than wanting to do something as a man just because women are involved. You should want to do that for yourself. There are so many men who are only motivated by the potential of getting new vagina. Their own children and responsibilities don't even motivate them more than new vagina. For years, I've seen men who work in male-dominated environments, who have children even, and they'll be on the verge of losing their job because they're unmotivated, because they barely come to work, because they barely perform while they're at work, until a new girl comes in. And the new girl comes in, she looks good, she's motivated, she's energetic. Now all of a sudden they want to keep their job. Now all of a sudden they have a pep in their step. Not because she's motivating him, because she's not even doing anything, but because he wants to impress her, hoping that his impression can gravitate her towards him. And if she's gullible enough, she will. And that's the motivation. A lot of men are motivated by the perks that come with success, not with the legacy that comes with it. And very few men actually see the light, even as they get older. Some get the wisdom, others just get the experience.
Age. So I'm not even going to try to convince you anything. All I'm going to say is this. You're going to have experiences with your friends. Y'all going to go to maybe a specific day. You take a trip. Maybe y'all watch a movie. Y'all having a laugh. And that's going to be a really valuable memory for you. And as you're going to get older, you're going to forget about 95% of the women that you fucked. But you're always going to remember the stuff that you spend with your family, the really beautiful moments. And so you don't have to believe me today. You don't have to believe me tomorrow. I'm just saying, if you come at a point later on in life where you start to question certain things, maybe just think back on this and just think about it. That's all. I don't think you got to agree, because you're not at that point yet in your life. I'm not mad at you.
I do agree. That sounds appealing to me too. Going and watching a rom-com, cuddling up and she puts your legs on top and you have a candle lit. That sounds great. But nowadays, the way Western women think, they always are aiming for more. So that does sound ideal, but all of them, because of Instagram and because of the stuff they're looking at, women don't want to settle as much as at the same level that men don't want to settle.
And that I agree with 100% for women that's young and old, because we live in a society where contentment is complacent, where stability is stagnant, where settling down means giving up, where peace is boring. So there's always this drive to get more and more and more, and want to elevate and want to go to the next level and to level up and do all these other things and stay busy, until you realize that more is never enough. You realize that the more you chase something, the more that you reinforce that you need something, even though you could have everything you need. And a lot of modern women have turned into bottomless pits that are never satisfied. And they end up creating this internal microcosm of misery. Society now has taken the pursuit of happiness to an entirely different degree. This debate was like the ghost of Christmas future talking to Ebenezer Scrooge. 9 to 10 years now can play a huge role in the mentality of generations. But leave your comments down below, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Peace out.